Just wanted to share a little bit with you tonight. Came up in this Western culture. I went to church and just religious, went to church, but didn't have a relationship with the true and living God. Didn't have a relationship with God. When I became a little bit older, I became a part of something called, I was a 5%er, the nation of gods and earth. 5% very militant in what I believed. Believed that the black man was God, white people were devils. Very militant. Was taught at a young age, taught very young. Had the spirit of murder, had the mentality of a murderer. I was taught that, hey, it was okay to take their lives. So was very militant with what I believed. Learned in their teaching that I was God. I am God. That's what we were taught. And Allah, arm, leg, arm, head, was an Asiatic black man. And so this is what I came up and I began studying and I started seeing flaws. I started seeing flaws in the hearts of people that call themselves gods. I started to see them. I looked at myself. I was like, if this is God, if this is God, the world is in trouble. If this is God, the world is in trouble. And I got to the point where I said, okay, the Christians believe that their God is God. The Muslims believe their God is God. The Hindus believe their God. The Jews say that their God is God. I said, which God is all right? I said, man, I'm just going to do my own thing. And if there's a heaven, I'm going to get there. I was militant in what I believed. I preach against the blonde hair, blue-eyed devil. I preach against that. The picture they have on the wall that they say is Jesus, which isn't Jesus, just to clarify some things. That's not Jesus on the wall. But nevertheless, I'm the one that used to preach against that stuff, And I decided to take up this Bible that I didn't believe in. So it was written by man to control us. And I took this Bible up. And that I believe was a fairy tale. I decided to open it one day. I was in my room, nobody else was there, and I opened it up. And it opened to the scripture where it talked about false teachers. It says they go by what they know naturally as brute beasts, and these things they corrupt themselves. And one of the things that we were taught, that there is no invisible God. So we are gods. The same lie that they fed to Adam and Eve in the beginning. You'll be as gods knowing good and evil, when they took up the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And see, the knowledge is a thing that got me about this, man. I was very conscious, self-conscious, conscious about my black pride, conscious about where things that my ancestors came from, and had a pride, a false pride. And it's the same deception that he feeds the New Age movement that say they are gods. Whether you look into the self-help tapes that declare yourself to be God, look into yourself, look into the universe, and look, it's the same lie that they fed the 5%ers. And look, I opened this Bible up, and it said this, but something else happened. The Spirit of God came into that room and made that word alive, and it pierced through my heart. I closed that Bible. But it was too late. The seed was planted. A seed was planted that was going to change me for the rest of my life. This Yeshua, this Jesus, the real Jesus, not the Jesus hanging by a picture. Not the Jesus people put on a cross around their neck. But the real Jesus, the real Yeshua that created heaven and earth started to reveal himself to me, started to show himself to me. And I became born again, that a rebirth took place inside of me that can't be explained by normal science, can't be explained by daily mathematics, can't be explained by just going to church. The real Jesus that created heaven and earth revealed himself to me. And this is a part of my testimony. This is a part of the truth that he revealed to me.